It's my aura, shit ain't normal. They addicted to shit ain't normal. Can't get caught up, let me show you how this shit's supposed to. Let me show you. It's my aura, shit ain't normal. They addicted to shit ain't normal. Can't get caught up, let me show you how this shit's supposed to. Let me show you.
Little snippet though right there. We're gonna dumb that down, man. Welcome to the Too Hungry Podcast, episode 3. I got my uncle right here, man, Mike Reed. How you doing today?
What up, what up? I'm good. I'm chilling.
Doing good, man.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm just happy to talk to you. I'm happy that you're on the platform today, man. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff, man. So what I wanted to ask you was, how'd you start off getting into the business that you are? Because I know you're a real successful dude. It's not a lot of people that did the things you did without certain help. You know what I'm saying? You really like self-made in my eyes. You know, I just want to let you know that.
Well, one, yeah, everybody needs help. First of all, no one in this world done anything by themselves.
Right.
And as far as being successful, I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Successful and success is subjective, right? It's opinionated.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I do consider myself successful because, like, for instance, my podcast, I just celebrated 100 episodes.
Right, that's good.
When I first started off, thank you. When I first started off, my goal and my mission was to complete 100 episodes, then reassess to see if I want to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
But so for me to get to 100, that's a success for me.
Right.
Regardless of the numbers, and I do great numbers, by the way. But I'm just saying for anybody, like when you start something and you have like your goals and your vision and you complete that, you know, regardless of what other people think about it, you know, like mine's 100 episode, it was a success for me.
Right.
I did it. I did what I set out to do.
Exactly.
Right. So now can I do another 100? Can I get to 200? Like that's my next step. You know, then it's going to be 3, 5, you know. I just reassess after every 100.
That's a good mindset.
But it's subjective. Like your success is going to be different than mine.
Mm-hmm.
Your success is going to be different than the next man. Right. It's about your vision, your goal, what you want to accomplish, not nobody else.
Right. So
you can't measure your success from with somebody else. And I think that's where a lot of people fail, because especially like because you're in the rap game, a lot of people, they want to be like Nip. They want to be like Snoop, Dre, you know, Jay-Z. You can't measure your success against them.
Nah, not at all. Because
they're different.
That's them.
That was their path.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You got to measure your success on the things that you do and you accomplish and where you want to set out to go do.
Right. And I agree with that.
Yeah.
I most definitely agree with that. And I'm glad you said all those facts, because a lot of people need to know that. A lot of people try to be like this. It's okay to want to be like your role model.
Yeah.
But it's like you got to kind of find your own path in your life.
And I think that's what's wrong with this generation is because social media fucked it up, right? Social media could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing. It's
sure.
how you look at it and how you use it.
Right.
But yeah, social media kind of fucked up a lot of people, especially with depression and anxiety, because they steady comparing themselves to what they see on social media.
Right.
Right. And it's like they have this vision in their head. And it's like, you need to get that shit out your head.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And another part of that is as long as you stay on social media, like I heard you on your last episode talking about what you put out there, you get back.
Right.
100% facts.
Right.
The energy you put out there and the shit you put out there in the world, you're going to get back tenfold, like 1,000 times.
Right.
So the shit that you consume is what you are as well.
Most definitely.
So if you're sitting on social media all day long watching like, you know, reality show, all these stupid ass reality shows. I don't like reality shows, so I can call them stupid.
Yeah.
Like, then that's what you're gonna be, because that's what you're consuming. Like I had a girl that used to watch all these crime shows like 24/7. Even when she was at work, she had her fucking tablet up watching that shit.
Right.
The bitch was crazy. She always wondered why she always had an attitude and always like suspicious of shit and, you know, always just like overthinking shit. Yeah. It's like, because you watch all these fucking crime shows.
Yeah, too much into it.
Yeah, it's like that shit is made for entertainment. Like a lot of that shit is true, but you got to think about how they make TV. Like back in the day when the first reality show, Real World, right? I had a boy named Josh who worked on that show. And what they do is like half that shit is made up by the producers because they got to make that shit interesting so you can watch it.
And you know, because you're a producer.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, so I know how that shit work. Like, you're not going to watch a boring ass crime scene. Like, honestly, if you go out and go hang out with a detective or somebody on crime, that shit's boring as fuck. Go do a ride along. It's just boring as fuck.
Right.
They got to bump that shit up to make it interesting so, you know, people can watch it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, people watch this type of shit and then they just get so caught up in it and consumed. It's like, that's what they become.
And I understand that.
And again, if you consume a bunch of negative shit in your life, like if you're constantly on Instagram or Facebook, whatever, and you're watching fights and people talking stupid, people doing stupid shit, then
it's the energy.
What the fuck you think you're gonna be?
Most definitely. And a lot of people don't respect energy. A lot of people don't believe in energy. Like, that shit is really real. Like, we are walking lives of energy.
We are.
Like, that shit real.
Facts. Like I remember I heard you talking on your episode 2, talking about like get educated.
Yeah.
Like, I wish when I was younger, someone would have told me to like read books and get educated.
Right.
Like, cause now I read books and like the book I'm reading now is called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. It's all about your
who's that
frontal some doctor, I forgot the doctor's name.
Okay.
Can't pronounce his name. Shit.
No, but you're reading it.
But
though.
it's about your prefrontal cortex. It's about what you know, because like everything was given to you at birth. Like my sister, your mom, she gave you your name, she gave you your values, your beliefs, and all that shit, right?
Right.
But the true question is, and let me go back to this another step. You are who someone told you are. Most people are who their environment told them they are.
Exactly.
But is that their true selves? Because everybody was given a gift at life.
Right.
It's your responsibility to go out there and find that gift and use it to your ability. Jay-Z once said in an interview, the goal is not to make $1 million. It's to use your God-given gift to the best of your fucking ability, be the best version you can of yourself, and the money will present itself.
I like that. That's true, though. That's real
100% facts. So going back to, you know, breaking the habit of being yourself, you know, most people, again, they are who someone told them they are until they get educated. And then they be like, now they start thinking for themselves. Like I read another book that talks about the I system and the we system. The we system is because you are who your environment told you are again, right? Because the books are kind of similar. And so you're a part of that whole we system. You are your mom, your aunties, your homies, like your environment, right? Until you break out of that and become the I system and start thinking for yourself, start reading books, start getting that education. And now you are who you're walking your true path.
Because you finding yourself.
You're finding yourself.
Yeah. You learning new things and you adapting into it.
Right. I mean, think about this. When I left the neighborhood, I left at 14, you know? And I did an interview a couple of weeks ago through the magazine. They interviewed me and they asked me that question. You know, I left because I wanted to go find my true self because I knew what was going on in the neighborhood. Like I knew that wasn't me.
Right.
Like I felt it, like energy. I felt it.
And it's crazy how you said that because a lot of people probably look at you and be like, oh, he probably from the valley or something like that. Don't never judge a book by its cover. You
100%.
feel me? And you was one of the smart ones that was really in there in the field that got out was like, this shit is bunk.
Yeah.
I'm finna go get some money. And that's one thing I respect you on and really look up to you on because you always self-made. You always made your own money. You always got your own shit done. Like you at a lot of people at 14 not doing no shit like that, bro. Like that's just facts right there. A lot of 14-year-olds is looking at the next nigga that's thinking, oh, this is right here.
Right.
But not looking at the other dude that's getting out of it and just be like, man, I'm about to go get some money.
But again, it goes back to success, right? What I was talking about success. Excuse me. I was just talking to somebody about that. Like, I can die today, right? And I'm okay with my results because it's like Frank Sinatra. I did it my way.
Exactly.
I didn't do it no one else's way. I did it my way. I can't be mad. I did everything I set out to do.
Right.
Regardless if I failed or not. Like there's a lot of things I failed at, but I'm okay with it. Because guess what? Though. Because I tried.
Yeah.
I found out some things wasn't for me. That's okay.
But you learned though because you failed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
like what is a loss is not a loss, but it's a lesson.
Right. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like it's not a loss, it's a lesson.
Yeah,
That's
it's
how I
never
looked at
a loss.
everything. As long as you try, you get out there and you put in the effort. Some things you're gonna be like, okay, you know what? I don't like it. It wasn't for me, but I tried it. I seeked out to see if it was. When you want to do something and you don't do it, you don't put in the effort, then yeah, you fail. But I didn't. So my story is a complete success. I did everything my way.
It is,
and I'm still doing things my way.
and you are most.
And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the results. You know.
And you did a lot. You did a lot in your career, from like a lot of producing, a lot of filming. You even was a part of the hip hop area, and that was big. Yeah,
I mean, well, you know, it all started because one, I left the neighborhood and I left Gardena and went to Inglewood. You know, that's why a lot of people, when they say where you grew up, you know, I tell them both. I grew up in Gardena and Inglewood, which is true. Because I was actually born in Inglewood. Truth of the matter is, then moved to Gardena, right? Then I just went back. But I found a group of dudes that I'm still close with today, like 5 of us. And, you know, one of the dudes was the head designer for Air Jordan. You know, another one was a big rapper in the 90s, you know, but I went and hung out. I found a group of people that I can relate to.
On your level.
Right. That, I mean, that's the thing about like people, they don't know how to leave their environment. Like, it's okay to leave your environment and go find yourself. Yeah. Not saying you got to leave forever or don't ever associate with these people. But dude, go find out where you're supposed to be. Yeah. Like if you want to, like I knew I wanted to go do something. And I found a group of people that was talking the same language as me. Like they all wanted their own businesses. So like we had that shit in common. So every day that's what we was talking about. Damn, dude, like how you be talking about, like we got to get with this money. Okay, what's some ideas? Like we was like every day having these conversations, brainstorming, right? Yeah. Like, will this work? Will this work? And we was trying shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like we would go to Hollywood, we'd go to Vegas. Like I remember we was going to Vegas every year for the magic show. I don't know if they still do it, but back in the day, the big clothing thing.
I don't know about the magic show.
Oh yeah. Back in the early 90s, mid 90s, they had this thing called the magic. It was the magic show in Vegas. It was a big ass clothing convention. Like if you had a clothing idea, that's where you wanted to be. That's where all the deals was made at the magic show. Right. You didn't have to go set up meetings because we didn't, you know, back then there wasn't internet and social media. Yeah. So you literally had to go to Vegas, get a booth, or at least if you couldn't afford a booth because it cost a lot of money to do it.
Something like how the science fairs be doing.
Right, you had flyers and you was passing shit out, like, you know, that's where all the big deals was making. We had a deal with Rockaware.
Right. Okay, tell me about that.
That was when it was crazy because we had met Dame, and Dame liked our shit. Like we was doing this clothing line called the Forgotten Leagues, the Black Negro League baseball. Right. So our thing was called the Forgotten Leagues. Like we actually did that, and Dame liked it. And he wanted to sign us to Rockaware. We had a meeting with him out there. Everything went all good. Came back home, and it just so happened within those like I think it was like 2 or 3 months. That's when him and Jay-Z broke up, like split. I should say not broke up, but split. Like Rockaware, fucked
everything up.
That fucked because it took everything off the table.
Yeah, his mind was somewhere else.
Damn. Yeah, because we was talking to the guy, like our lead contact. And, you know, like a couple of months that went by and was like, hey, like, what's going on? Like, you know, like, what's the process? And he was like, dude, yeah, these niggas ain't getting along. He was like, everything's off the table right now because they got to split the company now. So any deals that they was making that wasn't in writing was off the table.
Was off the table.
So we was like, fuck. So after that was kind of heartbreaking for us. So we just kind of like scrapped the whole thing and kind of like just went a whole different direction.
Right.
But I mean, it was cool for the experience. But the magic show, that's what that shit was about, man. It's like going to get your hustle on, like.
But that's cool that y'all did that experience because a lot of people will listen to that and be like, "Oh, I ain't trying to waste time." You didn't waste no time.
Again, it's not about wasting time. Yeah. It's about learning.
Exactly.
It was a lesson in that. You take that lesson now, apply that shit to something else.
Exactly, and that's what my generation need to understand. A lot of your generation was hustlers in different ways. Right, a lot of different ways, because like how you said. Y'all didn't have the internet like that. Y'all didn't have the social media. My generation, I don't respect no nigga that got all these social media platforms and this and that, and ain't doing nothing. That's sitting here. Oh, I need some money.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, it's right in front of you, bro. Go do it. Go get it.
Dude, everybody got a cell phone in their hand. You can make. You can easily go make $50
off your cell phone.
$100.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
Literally.
That's why I be telling niggas like,
literally.
nigga, you got a phone, you got a car.
You can go make some money for sure.
Like even like Jack the Rapper back in the days, early 90s. That was the rap convention.
Right.
I'm telling you, Magic Show, Jack the Rapper, all these conventions back in the day when we didn't have all this technology. Like when we went to Vegas, shit, I tell you, nigga, we were sleeping in our car. We didn't have money for a hotel room.
Most definitely, y'all was getting it.
Yeah, nigga, we was sleeping in our cars.
Most definitely.
Nigga, we would go to motherfucking casinos and put a quarter in the slot machine just to get a drink.
Right. Yeah, there's
like,
no free drinks.
Nigga, it was like real hustle. Like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Niggas that was coming out here for Jack the Rapper, they was doing the same shit.
Right.
Sleeping in their cars, nigga, like really out there grinding. Like that shit was for real.
And that's all it takes too. You can really get a lot of places if you really got that same mind mentality. Like you can get so far with that.
But you know what? It's also about, I was just talking to a boy of mine the other day about this. It's either in you or it's not.
Yeah.
Like,
that's true.
It's not like, and everybody, mind you, everybody can be a leader. Everybody can be an entrepreneur. But are you ready? Do you have the capacity to do it right now?
Right.
We all have different capacities.
Right.
Some of us is going to grow faster than the others. So again, and it's about expectations. Like, so for the next man, and that's why I've been trying to tell you, like, if your people ain't ready, man, and you are, don't wait.
Don't wait. Yeah.
Maybe their capacity is they're not there yet, and that's okay.
Yeah.
At some point when they're ready, they'll get there.
Right.
But they gotta want it.
Right.
You want it now. So that's why I keep telling you, don't wait for nobody. Like, go do that shit. Don't wait. That's the worst thing anybody could do is wait on anybody, especially nowadays. You ain't got to wait for no record label, no
nothing. It's
TV studios.
Nowadays.
You can literally make a movie in your house.
Off an iPhone.
Off an iPhone.
Literally.
Facts. So don't wait on nobody. Like, because you got to understand people. One, we can't control people. People have different capacities than us.
Right.
We grow differently. You got to accept that. You can't, like I was just telling, I talk to a lot of people, like, that's what I do on my show. So, you always hear me say I talk to somebody. I was just telling my boy the other day, man, because he was into it with his girl. And I was like, man, you can't control people. Like, for you, you gotta accept people for who they are, not who you want them to be. We want people to be who we want them to be so bad. Like, especially in like relationships. Like, we want the girl and the girl want the guy to be this and that.
Expecting shit. You can't expect nothing.
Your expectations are too high.
Too high.
And you painted this picture in your head that's not true.
Yeah.
Again, accept people for who they are, not who you want them to be.
Exactly.
Like, that's just facts, man.
That's facts.
And it took me a long time to actually understand that and learn that.
You hear my generation? Take notes, for real. For real.
That's why I tell people, don't wait on nobody and don't lower your expectations on people.
And look, I don't want to get off too much of off the subject, but speaking about expectation, like I was just talking about when I was talking about episode 2. A lot of my generation females, they expect too much. Like, they'll look at a movie, they'll look at some bullshit hip hop, whatever they watch on MTV or whatever, right? And they feel like, oh, the man's supposed to do this, do that, do this, do that. And they don't realize where it's like, that's just him. You chose him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why are you expecting him to be this? And you not even that. You not even perfect.
But what's crazy?
A lot of bullshit.
What's crazy about that is, I'm single right now, right? So everybody keeps telling me to go on these dating apps, right? And I hate fucking dating apps. I'm old school. I like to talk to motherfuckers.
Oh yeah.
I want to know if you can hold a conversation with me.
Right.
All that texting shit. I can make my profile look like I'm the king of the motherfucking world.
Exactly.
But is that really me?
Exactly. That's
so I'm reading all these profiles, right? And like, bitch, is this really you? Yeah. Like, you fake motherfucker. Like, because I've been on a couple of dates like that. Right. And it's like, I got catfished. I got just like, you can't even hold a fucking conversation. So Anyways,
Weird,
so
huh?
I was on an app the other day, just like looking at shit, because one of my homegirls was like, "Fucking, just get on the app, like find somebody."
Yeah.
And I came across this one profile, man, and the girl said, I want a dude that got his own shit, no roommates or no living with their parents or nothing, right?"
She ain't got her own
And
shit.
but check this out, because you know I own my own house.
Yeah, most definitely. You on your second house.
Right.
Right.
And so I rent out one of my rooms to one of my homeboys because he needed a place to stay, right?
Right.
So do you consider that a roommate? Right. It's
Right,
kind of a
right.
roommate, right?
Yeah.
So I was looking at the profile, I was like, so she wouldn't date me
Yeah.
because I got a roommate? But it's my house.
But what do she
But-
got?
That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I wanted to message her and be like, well, do you own your own house or do you live in one of these apartments over here?
Yeah.
Because if you putting out these high as expectations, you better come to the table with the same shit.
You better come higher, honestly, in my
Yeah, like-
opinion.
Like we could put shit on the table,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know what I'm saying. Like you got to come with, you got to have the shit too. Don't just have me shit with on the table because actually I did that before and I got fucked up.
Right.
But yeah, like a lot of these women they do that shit, man. It's like,
And that's bad. I don't know what it is. It's like,
but it's again social media, what they saying, like what you were saying about you got these niggas that do this dumb shit and they blow their heads up.
don't even know the female. Don't even know her. Just want to pay for some nails and, oh, you bad.
Yeah,
Ooh, let me-
but you know, and then it's like it goes back to that whole. Like I get it, like you
They
want to fuck.
demoting themselves from kings to like
Yeah, like you. I
village
get.
soldiers.
I get like you want to fuck, right?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Let it be that. Like, but don't be blowing this girl head up and buying her all this shit and like taking her out. Like, one, that's stupid, a waste of money.
Right.
Not, and let me clarify that because I don't want to like getting backlash on this shit.
No
If you with
backlash.
if you got a girl, that's your girl, your baby mama, and y'all cool.
Right,
Like,
right.
like my kid's mom, like we was married for 25 years. We still good friends.
Shout out to
she,
TT.
she family.
Shout out to TT, my TT.
I give her whatever she want. She can call me right now, Mike. I need it. Cool, I'm there.
Yeah, right.
Like that's what you're supposed to do. That's
right.
family,
Right.
right? But as far as these other women, like they be out there just doing all this stupid shit, blowing their heads up. It's like it's under false pretense. Like
Yeah.
because look what you're creating. You're creating this fucking monster.
Right.
You're making it hard for the next dude.
Right,
But you got to
right.
recognize that shit. So it goes both ways. I mean, both
Yeah.
situations is really stupid.
Yeah, and that's just the main part that I be really want to talk about because it's crazy out here. Like you can be a dude, and then this girl can be like, "Oh, I want a nigga to make a 200,000 a year, but she make 20,000 a year." It's like, how you gonna want like what? You know what I'm saying?
Right. And you know what?
I understand you want to get
I'm-
taken care of.
Right. And I'm cool with cool
Yeah.
with like a situation like that, right?
Right.
Let's say what's the average income someone makes is like what, 50, 60,000 a year.
In like California.
Like, yeah. Like so if she
Yeah.
makes 30 or 40, right? That's under average. But the dude is pulling like 80 or 90, right?
Right.
Okay, cool. But how is your mindset? Like, what are we gonna do with this money? Like, are you just trying to get my money because you just want to go shopping all day and go on vacation?
That's bullshit. Yeah.
Like, but if we're having conversations to where you're helping me build something,
land.
you're helping me invest, like you got
Equity.
these great ideas. Maybe
Right.
maybe you don't have the income.
Right.
Maybe you're not there yet.
But,
But
you got the ideas.
right, you have the mindset to where one day you're going to be there. Because again, remember, it goes back to capacities.
Right.
Okay, cool. Like I got a homegirl out here. She's 22 years old.
Mhm.
She got 2 houses out here that she does for Airbnb.
Airbnb in them out, huh?
Yeah, and I helped mentor her to that.
Mhm.
And it's like I can get with her. I mean, obviously she's a little young for me, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, someone with that mindset,
Yeah.
like yeah, that's dope. Because she has that mindset, like she's growing.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be.
She 22, but she think like she 35.
Dude,
or
think
some
about
shit.
how she gonna be when she get 30, 35.
She gonna be
She's gonna be
have
killing
a
the
lot
game.
of money. Yeah. She gonna be
Right.
good.
So
She
if
gonna
you
be
have
good.
that mindset and that drive and that passion, like that's what I look for.
Mhm.
I don't care what your bank account really look like
Right.
because we can always work together and get that
And
up.
get it up. Yeah.
But if you have that mindset and I see it, I see those actions,
Mhm.
right? But you're not just blowing shit like,
Yeah.
let's go to the strip club throw up dollars. Like, nigga,
Vacations, Tulum,
yeah, like no
living above your means and shit.
facts.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's crazy out here.
Yeah, and that I just want all y'all to take notes. Niggas too, man. Niggas too, because sometimes y'all might have a female that be up here and then y'all on some bullshit and want to go buy some Jordans or some shit, knowing damn well your rent is due, past due. You feel me? So
think about that. Like think about all the I'm talking about like go Google, and you can Google this shit. Like motherfucker, you can Google anything. Google the top 5 richest motherfuckers in the world. Look how they dress.
Bro, I looked at Jeff Bezos.
Think about that. Think about not Steven Spielberg, but Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre, and who else? It was the other dude from Apple. No, the other dude from Apple. Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
They all wore the same shit.
Was on blue Levi's.
No. Think about that. They all wear the same shit
every time.
Every day. And they was questioned why they do that.
Yeah.
And you know why they say that?
Why they say that?
Because it's less, like, time is money.
Right.
If you have the same shit in your wardrobe, black top, jeans, Air Force Ones, right? Mm-hmm. I ain't got to think about what I want to wear.
Right.
I ain't got to think about matching shit. That's way too much time. Of energy and mind that I could be doing something else.
Right.
I ain't got time to sit in my closet or even the night before. Damn, I got to wear tomorrow. What going to go with this shirt? It's way too much time.
And I'm glad you brought that shit up because I know a lot of niggas personally and in my generation, period, ain't got no motherfucking money, but got the most expensive sneakers on.
That's dumb.
Fly ass shit.
Right. So
don't
flossing.
Got their own house. Don't got their own car.
Flossing for what?
Like, bro. For what? Yeah. It's like, what? Like,
so,
man, that shit
what
crazy.
Jordan cost nowadays? $200, $300?
Shit, it depends. Some of them cost $700, $800 to $1,000.
Okay, right. So with that $700, right? You know what I could do with $700?
Bro.
I can go flip that and make 14.
Right.
Then I can take that 14 and go make, damn near 30.
Right.
Like, keep flipping it.
Yeah.
I don't know what niggas be thinking about nowadays, but
I told myself I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to start just going back wearing pro clubs. I'm finna start wearing regular shit. Like, I don't give a fuck what no female or no nigga talking about.
It's wintertime, so all you see me is sweats and a motherfucking hoodie.
And you wear your own shit too.
I wear my own shit.
You wear your own clothing line. Check out the clothing line.
It's all about branding.
For sure.
It's all about branding yourself. And and that's crazy because everybody out here, they know me. Like right now, I got this hat on, but everybody out here know me from my blue hat, my blue one.
I like the blue one. I want one of those for sure.
Yeah, that's where everybody know me from because I rock that motherfucker all the time.
Right.
But motherfuckers out here, motherfuckers gotta, and this ain't even gender related. Like it's male and females. People got to figure out what their worth is. Mm-hmm. Right. Once you figure out what your worth is, then your time becomes really valuable on what you do on a daily basis.
Right.
Like, all this shit that I'm saying, like, I literally, and it's never too late to learn none of this shit or turn your life around. I just learned a lot of this shit, like, recently, But once you start figuring out what your worth and your value is, then you start appreciating your time and to where, like, you don't give your time to anything that doesn't deserve it. Like, and I'm talking about anything across the board.
Right.
Like matter of fact, last night I told you went to the fight with my boy, right? Mm-hmm. I told you like a couple people like bumped us. Mm-hmm. I could have easily, like it was just one dude, really, drunk motherfucker, right? Mm-hmm. Bumped me hard from behind. Like he walked up behind me and his right shoulder bumped into my left shoulder and they like kind of threw me off. And if it wasn't for his homeboy, it was like, ooh, sorry. Right. But that dude didn't say nothing. He didn't say, oh man, my bad.
Yeah.
He just kept walking. I could have easily went up to him like, yo, dude, like motherfucker, you just bumped me. Like they didn't even say sorry.
And it's so.
But wait, no, let me finish. But I have to, because I'm old now, right? So now I think about, okay, is one, this dude that I don't know worth my time to sit there and argue with him.
Right.
Possibly go to jail.
Right.
Now, or can I spend that time better off fucking with the people that I was there fucking with, like my people that was actually fighting for the title belt last night.
Right.
Networking with, other business owners that was there.
Mm-hmm.
Or do I take my time and deal with this bullshit?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you really start, once you know your worth, you start really appreciating, like, that ain't worth my time. Like, I could spend my time better off doing something else that's productive, that's going to get me more ahead in life. You know what I'm saying? Or do I want to sit here and argue with somebody? Right. One, argue about one petty shit. Two, some motherfucker that I don't even fucking know. So are they really worth my time?
Right.
Are they worth my time sitting in jail? Because, like, think about it. If you go to jail, what's going to happen? You're going to sit there and you're going to be mad at yourself.
Right.
Why the fuck I let this dumb motherfucker put me in this situation?
Right. And that's what going
it all boils down to knowing your worth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you guys, man, you figure out what your worth is, your time becomes so much valuable. Like, I don't even deal with bullshit no more. Like, petty arguments and shit. I walk away real fast.
Yeah.
Because my time is so much valuable than that.
Yeah.
Like, why am I giving you my time? And you want to argue over some petty shit.
Right.
No, sorry. I got other things to do.
No, most definitely.
But I was like, what was you going to say?
No, I was saying because it's like, for example, a lot of people will look at a person dressed like you, look like you, right? And I be telling a lot of people like all the time, like, hey, bro, because, I used to do MMA and stuff. I'm trying to get back into it.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people will be saying like, oh, like, for example, like that dude right there, he know how to fight, and they don't even know that. Stop judging a book by your cover, because this nigga will really fuck you up, bro.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, well, he walked away from the art, or he walked away. He didn't want the fade. Bro, that don't mean nothing,
that
bro.
don't
This
mean
nigga just
shit.
probably just thinking a little better than you. This nigga probably will kill you for sure, and you ain't ready for it.
No,
you know
facts.
What I'm saying?
Like I was telling you about my boy, shout out to my boy Mike Dale over here that owns Alchemy Raw out here.
Right.
He's a black belt.
Right.
Jiu-jitsu, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
He fought MMA. Like, he trained since he was like 5 or 6 years old.
Right.
He was just telling me a story about that. Like, he walks away because he's like, dude,
he know what he can
do. I gotta walk away because I know what I can do to this dude.
Yeah, and his hands is registered.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Because he told me a story one time, and I really didn't know this, right? Somebody, he was at an argument with somebody, and they was like, yeah, my hands are registered as lethal weapons, right? Mm-hmm. He was like, okay, show me your paperwork.
You gotta have paperwork.
It's like a gun. Show me your fights. Because if you train MMA and you're an actual fighter, then you have records of fights. That's I'm giving y'all game right now. That's your records of you being registered as your hands are lethal weapons. Because at that point because you're a fighter.
Yeah. So
when people say their hands are registered, they think, I gotta go to down police department. Do finger. It's you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. And so he'd tell me a story about this one dude, and he was like, dude, you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, you're so fucking stupid right now.
Cap.
You just talking shit because it sound cool because you heard some videos, somebody saying on video or something.
Big cap.
Or you're dictating a movie line.
Right.
Like, so he was telling me a story about some dude. Was like, yeah, my hands are red. And it's like, he was like, dude, I'm a real fighter. Like, motherfucker, my hands I'm literally registered. Mm-hmm. I can show you my fights. I'm registered.
Right.
Excuse me. But point to that is, he do walk away from a lot of shit because he know what he can do. And he don't have time to sit in nobody's jail because he has a business to run and a family.
Right.
100%.
Family is first. Family is
like,
first.
nigga, I got kids to go home and take care of.
Can't be sitting in no jail thinking you can take care of your family.
Because he takes care of a lot of people too.
Right.
And if he's behind bars, like, not only his immediate family, but he takes care of a lot of people. His staff, all these people, right? So you gotta be smart about shit. Like, again, knowing your value and where you put that.
Right.
So what if you walk in and somebody bump into you or somebody say something stupid, like, all right, who cares? Like, really, like, who gives a shit?
No, yeah, and it takes a lot of power to do that. Like, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I don't have the power to do that right now. If somebody bump me, I'm probably gonna slide them, probably slap the shit out of them. But it takes age and more life experience to get to that point.
I mean, think about a lot of old people, and I used to think about this too. Like, old people are grumpy, and they just old people have this I don't give a fuck attitude.
Right.
You know why?
Right.
Because they really don't. Like
Nah,
the older you get,
they too damn old to be thinking about
no,
this bullshit.
because at any day they can go. Like life is precious, right? I mean, even young, like none of us know when our time is up.
Right.
But the older you get, you know that shit is coming sooner than later now.
Right.
So again, assessing what you're worth. Old people do that shit because they're like, you know what? I'm enjoying my motherfucking day, but because it could be my last day. Nigga, fuck you.
Right,
like 100% facts. This is why I'm saying that because nigga, I'm 53.
Right.
Nigga, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be here. I hope it is for a while, but nigga, I'm enjoying my fucking days.
Yeah.
Get shit about you bumping in. I mean, yeah, if somebody disrespect me or put their hands on me or my family or something like that,
That's a different story. Yeah, you gotta
that's a different story. Like all the positive shit go out the window.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, for sure.
you know what I'm saying?
Get cracking.
But all the petty shit, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and that it takes time and just experience and older age to stop the petty shit. Cause sometimes, like I'm 28, and sometimes I be like, I'm gonna give this nigga a pass. Like, you know, this nigga keep looking at me. I'm gonna give this nigga a pass. But
Right,
sometimes
but
I resort back into the bush and be like, nigga, what you looking at, nigga?
But
feel
you
me?
know, but there's one of Jay-Z line. You know that's my favorite rapper. So I'm always gonna quote Jay-Z.
Right.
I was just listening to a song coming up here. He was like, nigga, I'm not looking at you. I'm looking past you.
Right. Yeah, for
like
sure.
for real.
Sure.
Like, and that's the dumbest shit that the arguments that people like, nigga, what you looking at?
Yeah,
First of all,
yeah,
nigga, I'm not looking at you.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, nigga,
I
I'm not
feel
gay,
you.
so I'm not looking at you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Get that shit out your
Because
mind.
motherfuckers do have staring content. I'm not finna.
Yeah,
that's
like-
the only reason why I say, like, bro, what you looking at, bro? Because I'm not finna keep staring at you. So, but that's just I'm young.
No, I know,
You
but
know what I'm
still,
saying?
but still, even to that, it's like why?
Yeah,
I mean, think about how stupid it is. Like, dude, is that how you could better spend your time right now? Is to stare at me, and you want to know what I'm looking at?
and
Is that what you really want to know? Like what I'm looking at,
Yeah.
opposed to, damn nigga, how'd you afford that car outside, or do you own your house, or
Yeah,
what kind of
yeah.
business you in?
Yeah.
So that's the information you want out of me. Why I'm looking at you.
right,
There's so much other valuable information you could be getting from me,
right.
but that's the information you want.
Yeah, I see what you're
That's
saying.
what I tell motherfuckers now when they ask me that shit. Like, that's the information you want?
Yeah,
Like, I got a phone full of valuable information right now. I could probably help you make a career change right now.
yeah,
But the information you want out of me is what are you looking at?
right. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
That's like you sitting down with Jay-Z, asking Jay-Z, fuck you looking at, nigga? Like, that's the information you want from him?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying for sure, for sure. I see what you're saying. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm younger and I'm working on tours that are more, I would say, more grown man, chill, don't give a fuck. Oh, this nigga looking at me. Let this nigga hate that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna say nothing because that's what I've been working on. Usually, I'll let a nigga look and be like, if he don't say nothing, he's a buster to me.
Right.
You feel me? But sometimes I do resort back to the bush. I'm like, nigga, what you looking at, nigga? Because sometimes it just be like this nigga just keeps staring. This nigga irritate me. But I understand what you're saying.
Most people look at people and stare at them because they're doing something that they want or they like.
And that's why I be like, okay, this nigga probably.
You know what I'm
Nigga
saying?
probably see my girl.
No,
he probably see my
right.
family. Probably see my car.
They see you having a good time.
Yeah.
And they hating on that because their life
Yeah.
is miserable.
Yeah, exactly.
Misery loves company, right?
Exactly.
So they want you to be misery. So they trying to pull you over to their miserable space.
Exactly.
Because that's what it is. Most niggas, they be staring at somebody because somebody's out there laughing, having a great time, and just like, celebrating whatever. Niggas be like, oh, look at this corny ass nigga. Like, what the fuck? So what? He's enjoying his life.
Yeah.
He's celebrating whatever the fuck he's celebrating, but you want to pull him over to your miserable life
Your ass ain't got nothing.
because you ain't celebrating nothing.
Yeah.
You hate your environment that you in right now. So you got to hit on the next motherfucker.
Exactly.
Why?
Right.
Again, that's how you want to spend your time.
That's the information you want to get from me.
Right.
Right. I feel you on that. And that's some
Okay.
real, that's just some real shit though too, man. A lot of people drop y'all opinions and drop some questions that y'all want to ask in the comments, man, because we talking about some real facts on the Too Hungry podcast. I'm telling y'all every time, no matter who on here, we're gonna talk about facts. And y'all gonna get educated every time y'all listening. Facts. I want all my audience to just really learn shit every new episode. That's all I'm about.
And you know what? And I want to say this too. again, it's never too late to turn shit around, right?
Right.
Never regret the shit you went through because, like, even for me, I did a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of quiet shit. A lot of shit, niggas, and like your sister, my sister, I said your sister, my sister, your mom, she know because, like, you know, she my favorite sister. But she know everything that I did, all the dirt that I did.
Right. Oh, she done told me.
She
told me.
you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people in the hood don't know it.
Yeah.
I used to hang out with Wino.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a crazy motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did shit. It was like ends to a mean, right? I was doing shit because for a purpose. Like, I was trying to make some money so I can get to this next level.
Right.
Like, it wasn't like that was my career path. Like, I was just doing shit so I can get the fuck up out, like, make some money, right? So my point to that is never regret, because I don't regret anything I did. Because everything I went through in my life made me who I am.
And that's just like the OG homie Crow when he was asking about you, man. Like, man, tell the homie I said what's up. It's just like people will look at you and be like, I didn't know Mike was like that, but Mike got smart and got the fuck up out of Dodge and got some money.
Right, but you know what? Also to that, because I want to credit, you know, Sleep.
Sleep. Yep.
Michael Tittle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mom was on the phone.
So, because when I was younger, I hung out with your mom a lot.
Free Sleep, free Uncle Sleep.
I hung out with your mom a lot, with Wiz, Bones, you know, all the older dudes. Like, you know, I had my little crew, whatever, but I hung out mostly with the older dudes. And I remember, and I actually told Sleep this last year, I think, when I saw him at your house. Your mom's birthday.
When we get together, yep.
Because I ain't seen him in like 35 years.
Yeah.
But I always wanted to tell him that I was so grateful that I saw him that night. Because I remember one day we're sitting at our house on that corner right there. And I don't know if your mom already told you.
39th Street in Ardath.
We all hung out on that wall right there. We all used to sit on that wall.
Right.
And I remember one day, like I was like maybe, I want to say 12. And back then I was like running off at the mouth. And I was always in the conversations, right? And one day Sleep just grabbed me. He was like, nigga, sit down. And I was like, what? He's like, Mike, you always fucking in a conversation. You don't know what the fuck going on. He's like, I'm going to teach you something. He's like, sit down.
Yeah.
He's like, just watch.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. And I just started listening. And I don't know why that shit stuck with me.
Nah,
and it
taught you something.
It like a light bulb went off.
Nah, for real.
I just started listening. And as I was listening to these motherfuckers, I was like, one of these niggas ain't talking about nothing.
Yeah.
It's stupid. And I was like, why the fuck was I in that conversation?
Yeah.
I was one of them.
Yeah.
And I carried that shit with me all my life. That's why I'm such a great listener. And like, I'm always present when I'm having a conversation with somebody.
Right.
Like, I let people talk.
Right.
Because like one of my favorite Buddha quotes is, when you speak, you only speak about what you know. Exactly. But if you listen, you might learn something.
Oh, most definitely.
So I wanted to tell him, so that's what I told him that night when I was over there. And he actually told me, and I kind of knew this, like him, Wiz, Bones, and them, they all protected me. Yeah. Like those are my big homies. Like, I love them niggas. Yeah. But he told me that night, he was like, you know why I did that? And I was like, I kind of do, but not really. He was like, nigga, I knew the street life wasn't for you. Yeah. He's like, nigga, I was protecting you. Yeah. Nigga, I knew you was gonna get up out of here and do something better. Right. But he was like, nigga, that's why I pulled you back and was like, nigga, don't be in that shit. Yeah, most definitely. So yeah, if it wasn't for him, man.
Sleep is a protector, most definitely. He gonna be real and be truthful. He's a real nigga.
He's a real nigga for sure. He's one of the real ones, yeah. So, but I had, like I said, all the other homies, they knew that wasn't for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So they all protected me, and they all wanted to see me, do better. Right. But I was grateful and appreciative of just having that conversation with him last year. I think it was last year. Right.
No, yeah, and that's good. That's good that he did that too, because that means Sleep really, really love you. He ain't gonna do that to just to everybody.
Yeah, no. Again, because he knew that shit. Like, you know what I mean? But again, it doesn't matter like what you've done in your past. I've done a lot of dumb shit. But again, I don't regret none of that shit because it made me who I am. Like, I would do that shit again.
That's like Jordan not starting and making a team when he was in high school.
Right. You can't regret nothing you do. You know what I'm saying?
Jordan now, he's a legend. forever gonna be talked about.
Right. So yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying, most definitely. That's just a life lesson. A life lesson.
Life
learned.
lesson. Yeah. That's all life is. Life is a bunch of lessons. It's up to you. Like real talk. You gotta think about. I heard you say this on your second episode too. About how God takes babies away. Mm-hmm. And really God don't do nothing. Mm-hmm. Be honest with you.
They kind of do it to themselves, huh?
Yeah, because so God gives everybody choices. Right. Like if you ask when you ask God for something, right? Mm-hmm. Like if you ask God for patience, He's just not gonna give you patience.
Nah, it's not.
He gonna put you in a situation to learn patience. Mm-hmm. Right? God is always gonna give you the choice.
Yeah.
We all have choice. That's why we all have choices. Mm-hmm. He's gonna continue to put you in situations, and it's up to you to make the right choice.
Right.
So he doesn't do anything. And as far as like the karma and all that, yeah, bad shit happens. Like when people always talk about, well, if it was a guy, why he take these babies away? It wasn't him. Mm-hmm. Somebody made a choice. Mm-hmm. It wasn't him. No, somebody made a choice.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? That's all that was. God is not going to stop free will. God gives everybody free will.
Right.
So if you want to go out there and rob a bank, shoot a baby, do whatever, he's going to let you do it. There's going to be consequences.
Right.
But he's going to let you do it. But that was your choice. That wasn't him. That was all you.
Yeah.
And we got to accept accountability for our actions. So when we're looking at our lives, like when people look at their lives, I got a boy right now going through some shit, right? Mm-hmm. He just got hit with a restraining order for 10 years. Run his fucking broad. Mm-hmm. And, you know, he bitching and complaining. And I was like, dude, when it's not the first time, like, you've been in trouble with her, with the law. Like, you know her.
Right.
You've known her, I think you've known her for like 12 years or something. Mm-hmm. You know her. You know what she's capable of. You know how she is. She's fucked up.
It's his choice. He's staying with it.
So he went to jail like a couple years ago for 10 months, right? Mm-hmm. She did a lot of fucked up shit while he was in jail.
Right.
He got out thinking things are going to be better, blah, blah, blah. Now she just hit him with a restraining order. So he was like, man, I did this for her. I did that for her. I did that. Okay, let's talk about that. You did all this shit for her. Bought her a new car, gave her all this money, fixed up her house, blah, blah, right? She hit you with a restraining order. Took away your kid, right? So let's talk about accountability. Mm-hmm. You knew how she was, yet you made the decisions and the choices to buy her a car.
Right.
Give her all this money to fix up her house. She didn't hold a gun to your head. She didn't force you to do anything. You made the decision.
Yeah.
So if shit don't work out, you can't blame her.
Right.
She played you.
Right.
It's not her fault. It's your fault. If you let somebody play you, that's your fault.
Right.
Because you allowed it. You made the decisions.
It's your choice to let.
It was your choice. You could, when you got out of jail, you could easily walked away. And I told him when he got out of jail, nigga, leave her alone.
Yeah.
Leave her the fuck alone.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He chose to keep fucking with her, knowing how crazy she is. So that was your choice. So when he bitching about me, this has happened last week. I like, dude, stop. I was like, I don't want to hear that. We both know how crazy he is. Yeah. You made the choice.
Yeah.
But I loved her. I thought she was going to be different. Okay, that point right there. You thought. Can't control people.
And that's where the king comes in. You got to be a king and really do king decisions. That
right.
wasn't a king decision that he made.
Again, what I say earlier, you got to accept people for who they are, not who you want them to be. Mm-hmm. He wants her to be this person that he got pictured in his head. That's not who she is.
It's not going to happen.
Maybe sometime down the line, she can be that person.
Yeah.
But right now, she's not that person.
Yeah.
So you need to recognize that and accept it and make decisions off of that. Not off the vision that you have in your head.
And sometimes she probably may never be what he wants.
She might never be, right. But that's gonna dictate that down the road. Mm-hmm. So you gotta make your decisions on now.
Yeah.
Recognize that that's not her right now.
Yeah.
Even though, that's his baby mama, he loves her. I mean, I've been in that situation. I did that stupid shit with a girl before. Mm. You know, I wanted her to be this perfect fucking wife, and it's like she wasn't. Mm. We all do this shit. Loves make us do stupid shit. Mm. But that's why the older I got, I tell people from my experiences, like, dude, she's not it right now. Not saying she won't be, She may never
Right
be,
now,
but
yeah.
we don't know.
you
But
cannot
right
wait on
now,
that. Yeah.
you put yourself in a bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
So you was already fighting a court case.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got this shit on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you do from now on,
It's gonna look bad.
you fucked. You
Yeah.
going to jail.
You just gotta leave her all the way alone. But
You
she
gotta leave her all the way
probably
alone.
did him a favor.
No, here's the stupid shit. Once he got out, like this happened all last week, she been calling him. He's talked to her. I'm like, dude, do you know? And this how dumb this bitch off. She's happy one day, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the moment he do something that she don't like is when she start acting stupid. So I told him, I said, look, dude, yeah, she was like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't do that, but okay, cool. But don't you know, as time has told us and the past has showed you that the moment you do something she don't like, she can call the police, show them a text message. Oh yeah, I was on the phone with him right here.
Oh yeah, easy call.
Going to jail, motherfucker.
Yeah, easy call.
Setting you up.
The restraining order, that counts for the phone too?
Yeah, you can't have no contact. Text messages, emails,
Damn.
nothing.
She's setting him up for failure at this point.
Right. So what it is she was calling him.
Right.
So I told him, I said, dude, you want to get rid of this restraining order? Go to the judge Monday morning. The judge, look, she been contacting me. I told you it wasn't me. That bitch crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Take this restraining order off me and put that shit on her.
Put it on her, yeah.
She's contacting me, blowing my phone up.
Right.
Because if he don't do that, and the moment he thinks it's all good and dandy, and he's over, and he's with her, because I know that's what he's going to do, because he's a stupid motherfucker, because he's young right now.
Yeah.
The moment he's with her, all she got to do is call the police, show him the restraining order. You're not supposed to be within 100 feet of her. Like, what you doing standing next to her? Going to jail.
And they not going to listen to nothing he got to
Nothing.
say.
Not a
They
damn
going to
thing.
listen to everything she got to say.
Exactly. And that's how the laws work. That's why niggas got to be smart.
Smart.
It's like, man, don't fall for that shit, man. There's other pussy out there.
Yeah.
Nigga, don't fall for that shit.
No, I understand you on everything, man. That's just take notes. Like I said, we're gonna learn everything new on this episode. Just keep taking notes, man. It's a real good man right here, my Uncle Mike. He's speaking gems right now, bro. And that's facts for real. You feel me? One thing I want to also talk about, when you was young and you was getting out the hood and you want to make a new path for yourself, what was the most thing that really inspired you? Because like I said, going back, you helped with Hip Hop Harry. You was like a producer with Hip Hop Harry, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I was young, I was in your office. You was, what was that? What was that?
Was that Paramount?
That was at Paramount Studios? That was a big ass office. I was eating all your chips and shit. I remember that. Yeah. So what was the most inspiration that you got when you was young for you to just like, you know what? I'm finna be getting this money. I'm finna be better, a better me.
Honestly, I credit AMG for that. Because like, so when I left Gardena and I went to Inglewood, because my cousin lived on that block, and I went to go see him, but he was hanging out with AMG and all these other dudes, and we just started having conversations, and I started hanging out with AMG and my dude named Reggie, and AMG used to take me and Reggie to this, like, first time he took me to this because he needed a ride and I had a car. He was like, hey, give me a ride to the studio. Yeah. I was like, cool. So I went and hung out with him. That night, I met Quick. I met Shay Shice.
DJ Quick?
Yeah. I met Shay Shice and High C. And then, I know it sounds cliche as dude. That was my first time ever, like, really in Hollywood. And we was in one of the Skip Sailors off Larchmont over there on Melrose Studios. When I tell you I walked into that studio and I saw Quick and I met him, like, this is when Quick dropped Tonight. So like he was like, it was like 90, 91, something like that. Yeah. Like, I was like, damn, nigga, that's DJ Quick. Like, that's how I see. Yeah. Like, I was like, oh, I want to do this. Like, I fell in love with, I didn't fall in love with music. I fell in love with, the studio, the creative space. Yeah. Like, it was just so dope being in the room with these niggas.
With talent.
Yeah, and like they was making it. Like, damn, yeah, this is where I felt at home.
Yeah.
So from that moment on, every day I would just roll with him.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, you didn't ride? He was like, yeah. So I became his ride because he never drove.
Yeah.
So I became his ride, and man, he took me everywhere. Like, we was bouncing, like we would start at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and we'd go to his studio where he was doing his shit first. And then come like, I want to say 9, 10 o'clock at night, like we'd start bouncing from studio to studio. Like we'll go to where Quick was, and we'll go over here where Second to None was, and we'll go over here to where somebody else. Like he just knew everybody in the industry, and we'll just bounce. And it was like really, but this is the one thing I hate about music back then, and it's probably the same still. Every studio went to, it was just, everybody was just hanging out. It was like jam sessions. So it wasn't really no pay structure or structure on who worked on what, you know, and that's why a lot of people like hated music, because it really wasn't no business structure of it. Like you could just go to a studio and hang out and start working on shit. I remember one time I was sitting at the board with Quick, he was working on Shay Shy shit, and this is a true story. And I was like, Quick was like, he was like doing something, but he didn't like it. And I was like, dude, you should do this. And he did it, and he liked it, and he used it, but I never got paid for it.
Yeah.
Right. So this is one of the things, like I said, like, but you can't do that in film. That's why I went over to TV, because you just can't walk on a studio lot on a TV set, like, and just start working. But in music, you can, because it's all creative, right?
Right.
Which I guess that's the fun part, but the business side of it is so fucked up, because you could be working on something you'll probably never get paid for.
Do you remember what you told him to do and he liked it?
Yeah, it was. I told him to drop. It was either drop the kick or the bass line. I forgot what it was. I told him to drop it during just one section. I think it was like a 4 or 8 bar section. I was like, drop it, and then bring it back.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
I remember. Yeah, I remember exactly what it was. But I can't remember if it was the bass line or if it was the kicks.
You remember a song that he was working on?
No.
No, you don't remember a song, huh?
No, I just know it was Shay Shy.
He was fucking with it though, huh? That's good.
Yeah. I just had it in my head because he kept playing it over and over, and so I was literally at the board with him.
Yeah,
and I was like, okay, and so I had it in my head, and I was already familiar with production because hand me the remote. No, the other one. No, the other one.
God damn.
Is there a remote over there? Black remote? Yeah, that one over there. Sorry, thing pulled up. I edited that part out. But what I say?
You was talking about when you told him to drop the kick in his music, and you was just listening to it.
No, yeah, I was familiar with production because just working with G, you know, so I was already, you know, working on beats and just like learning from them. Right. So while I was sitting at the board Quick, you know, it was already in my head, like, you know, just trying to be creative myself, saying, oh, I would do this. I would do this. So when he was like, damn, I don't like this. And I was like, I was already in my head thinking about creative ways on how to do shit. That's when I was like, oh, you should do this. And he did it. And he was like, oh, that works.
And that's good.
But also, you never know when opportunity is going to present itself. Like, don't fucking be scared to fucking speak
don't
up.
Be shy,
yeah, like a lot of motherfuckers, they be scared to talk. And
that's
I was
like
always
used to tell you, like, raise your hand. Like, ain't nothing a stupid question.
It's not. There's no such thing as a stupid question or a stupid idea. I can go up and talk to anybody. Like if Jeff Benslow was walking down the street, I'll go up and talk to him.
Right.
Like 100%. Like
conversation.
Yeah, like nigga, you just never know when your opportunity is gonna present itself.
Right.
Like, don't be scared.
I feel you on that.
But that, I credit AMG. I still talk to him.
AMG, what's that?
Bitch better have my money.
Oh, for real?
The real bitch, not Rihanna's version, but that's where she got it.
Yeah, that's where she got it from.
There ain't nothing like black pussy on my dick. Word to the motherfucking DJ Quick. Play hoes like dominoes, slapping bones, AMG's on the motherfucking microphone. Yeah. Oh yeah, I just go on tour with that nigga.
Dropping gems.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
AMG, you know what? One thing, AMG is actually a smart motherfucker. Him and Quick did a lot of records together. Like just 5-7 years ago, they did the Fixers album. Mm-hmm. You know,
I didn't hear it.
If I played you one of the songs, you'd be like, "Oh, I know that."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he was a smart motherfucker. The only thing I like, I wish he would have got more credit, but he never liked to put his face on anything. That's the one thing. Like I didn't understand. He didn't want his face on anything. So a lot of motherfuckers don't like know him. Like he can walk down the street, motherfuckers don't know.
I see what you're saying.
What's that?
Low-key
So
type of
like
nigga.
Quick, everybody know who Quick is, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
Like G had a lot of production. He was credited a lot of the production that him like Second to None and all them worked on. Like he was smart. Quick was I think the beat guy, but G had a real business sense.
Right.
But again, they didn't give him a lot of credit,
I see what
which
you're
I didn't like. I didn't like that because he was fucking smart as fuck.
That's just like the music politics.
Yeah, it's
the
music
industry,
politics.
The industry and shit. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, but he was a smart motherfucker. I wish he would have got more of the credit that he deserved because he's the one that made a lot of that shit happen.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, before we get up out of here, I just want to let you know, and I just want you to tell the young folks, the young crowd, my generation, just give them a piece of advice on what they should do. Cause I know a lot of people ain't did what you done did. Like for example, you dropped out and got straight to like successful business type shit. A lot of people drop out and don't really do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like, just give the young people advice on what you think they should do.
As far as business
And life.
Cause
you lived that life, the street life, and you came to this side and lived it more.
right.
So like, give the lost people. I'm gonna say lost because a lot of these young kids be lost.
I honestly don't think is anyone's lost. You gotta. It goes back to what I was saying earlier. You gotta evaluate your life and figure out what your value is. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't knock nobody's hustle. I don't knock nobody's environment that they're in because you gotta think about it. If I didn't go to Inglewood that day, right, I would have probably still stayed in the hood. Right?
Yeah.
Some people, again, capacity. Some people don't know. It's never been past Wilshire.
Yeah.
So all they know is that block.
Yeah.
I can't fault somebody that don't know something. So if you don't, and going back to what you said, if you don't take the initiative and go out and explore, like don't be afraid to go out and fucking explore.
Yeah, get out that
Yeah,
box.
get out. Like you said it on your second episode, right?
Yeah.
Like get out of the box.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody put you in a box.
Yeah.
Go out there and fucking explore. So fucking what if you don't get it the first time, the second time, the third time? Maybe it's going to take you the 20th or the 30th time to get it.
Right.
But go figure that shit out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like get out of the box. Get out of your neighborhood. Not saying you got to leave it forever. But if what you're doing right now and whatever environment you are isn't working, then pivot. Go do something else.
Right.
Because if you keep doing the same shit, you get the same results.
Exactly.
So figure out what your worth is. Don't be fucking afraid to go explore another city, another fucking state, if that's what it takes. Go find yourself. Find your fucking true self because you probably are living a life that someone told you are.
Right.
And it's probably not your fucking authentic self.
Right.
So go find your fucking self.
Y'all hear what he's saying? Go find yourself, man, and possibly y'all can come back to y'all roots wherever
And
y'all
help.
from and help everybody in the community.
Facts.
For sure. Like, cause it only take one brain to go out somewhere, come back and bring all the food back on the plate.
Right.
You feel me?
And so, and with that, one, I'm proud of you, dude.
Appreciate
I've always
you.
been proud of you.
Appreciate
I'm
you.
pretty proud of all my nephews. But you in particular, because you do live that street life, but you're one of the smart ones. Like, I love talking to you because I know you want to see a change in the neighborhoods and everybody's neighborhood and everybody's city. Because you have a bigger vision. And for you, you gotta do the same thing. Like I get like you want to grow with your people, but if they not ready yet, cool. Hey homie, I'll be back.
Exactly. Yeah. Just gotta duck
I'm
off.
gonna go over here, and then when you ready, you let me know.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
But don't wait. Like go make that shit happen. Maybe you are the leader.
Most definitely.
And you gotta lead by example. Like I tell people all the time, words without actionable steps are has no value. A lot of motherfuckers talk a lot. Talk so fucking much, but have no actionable steps behind anything that they're saying. That means all that shit you talking has no fucking value. Just fucking words.
Yeah, no power in it.
No, nothing. You got to put actionable steps behind your shit. So go make that shit happen. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to leave and make it better, one, for your family. But if you really care about your fucking hood, I'm not talking about you, but I'm talking about everybody. If you really care about your hood and your environment, then go out, do something,
and bring the resources.
come back and make it better.
For sure.
Don't just fucking expect somebody else to do it.
Exactly. You got to be the one to do it.
You do it as well. Put your part into it.
Yeah. Y'all hear that? Gems getting dropped by my Uncle Mike Reed. You feel me? This is the Too Hungry Podcast. Like I said before, we speaking all facts and y'all gonna learn something every episode. I'm Too Remy. Uncle Mike Reed. We out.
Yeah, y'all.
Show you how this shit supposed to. Let me show you. It's my aura. Shit ain't normal. They addicted to shit ain't normal. Can't get caught up. Let me show you.